Hello, everyone. This is Darcinova here. This is Poison Ivy, Cycle of Life and Death. This is the first solo series with this character, so no Batman in here. She's the main focus, the main character of this series. She's one of the most interesting members of Batman's rogue gallery, other than the Joker himself. There's a lot of interesting characters, and how is this story? Well, this takes place in the New 52 universe, so just letting you know, but don't let your dislike for the New 52 drive you away from reading this. I actually thought it was good. The plot basically goes that Poison Ivy is trying to find a way with her research to do a plant and human hybrids. And things go wrong where there's members of her staff that are getting murdered, and she's the leading suspect. So in this story, she's, with the help of her friends or frenemies, which some people may call, find out the mystery of what's going on. Now, how does this stack up as a Poison Ivy story? Her very first solo adventure. I think it's really good, to be honest. I think it does a good job of presenting the character, and the writing was really good. And honestly, I'd like to see more, in the future. I don't want to see this happen regularly, but maybe every once in a while, maybe get another series, because I think it was really good. The art was great too. Actually, it was actually really consistent. I'm just going to show an example. In my opinion, art is really important for a comic because I feel like, it is easier to be engaged in the story. Not that art is everything, because art, a shitty comic is still shitty if the artwork is good. But a good comic like this, it makes it better, actually. Not to mention, if the art is good, whatever the character is saying will actually match up more. Of course, at least that's I've observed from reading a bunch of comics lately. Now, here's another example of good art. I don't want to give too much of the plot away, but I thought the plot was really interesting. And if you're a Poison Ivy fan and you're looking to read some Poison Ivy stories, I'd recommend this, actually. It's not that hard to find. It's recent. And yeah, I really like the way this art looks. I think it's great. I think the artist is really good. I'm gonna find out the name of this artist because this is probably one of my favorite artists I've seen for Batman I've seen so far. Yes. Now, what do I give this? I think this will be remembered as a classic in the future because I think this is a really good story with Batman, with one of Batman's best villains in his rogue gallery, and it doesn't feature the Cape Crusader at all in this comic. Harley Quinn makes a kind of a cameo, but she doesn't play that big of a role. I'm not going to spoil who she teams up with because you'll have to read the comic yourself. It's not that hard to find. You could find it easily. I think it's really good. Most solo comics suck. That involves a different character like Poison Ivy. But this isn't one of the occasions where it's good. I highly recommend it. Now, the next review, we're going to talk about a classic by Frank Miller. Have a good day, everyone.